Hey everybody, Kevin Smullin with 2Q Lead Generation Strategies, and we're bringing you another training video. Today what we're going to be showing you is a section of the advertiser section, the ads manager, that a lot of people are not familiar with. But what this is going to show you is it's going to show you how to get more out of what you're already doing. It's going to tell you what's working, what's not, so that you can adapt and revise your strategy for marketing on Facebook. So again, this is one of those areas a lot of people are not familiar with. They see pieces of it here and there, but the area where I'm going to show you is very, very effective. So let's just go ahead and take a look. I'm going to share my screen, and there we go. All right, so let me just pull this down here, and that will just make it a little bit easier. So you've probably seen this before. This is the Ads Manager screen, and what I'm going to show you is a section that you may not be as familiar with. So like you've probably seen on a lot of videos, if you click up here, it opens up this big menu, and you've seen us go to a lot of the different things like the business settings, audiences, pixels. I mean, a lot of these things you've seen from other videos, but the one I want to focus on today is one that we've not really spent any time on, and that is this one on page posts. So the advantage of page posts, and up here, if you've got multiple pages, you can just select the one. But the advantage of page posts is it kind of shows you the results of everything all in one spot, and it's broken down by different types. So you've got scheduled posts, which are posts that are scheduled to be released, but you haven't released them yet. You've got published posts, which are ones that have been published, that have been released, and it show you stats, and we'll cover that in a second. And then you've also got ones that are ads. Now, what makes published posts and ad posts different is if you've seen in the Ads Manager when you're creating an ad, on that third page, when you're defining what kind of ad you want, you can either create an ad or you can use an existing post, right? So if you use an existing post, those posts are going to show up under published posts because it was a post that was published to your page. If you use the option of creating an ad, then those will show up here under ad posts, right? So sometimes people are wondering, well, what kind of results did I get of what people were clicking on and what people liked, and et cetera, et cetera. And that will show here under the ads post. So I'll just use this one. This was an ad I ran a little while ago. In fact, you can see this was 2016. And you can see how many people it reached, comments, post clicks, all that kind of stuff. But so that's the major difference, is ad posts are ones that you ran, that you created an ad for. It wasn't an existing post. And published posts are ones that you publish to your page. So I'm going to focus most of my time here. Now you'll notice that the list is it's set up in chronological order. So the most recent post will be at the top, and so on down the page. And reach is showing you how many people the ad was shown to. So this isn't impressions. Remember, other areas of Facebook will show you impressions, and that's the number of times the ad was shown. Reach is how many individual people saw the ad. So you could have a lot higher impressions, but the impressions are just counting number of times it was shown. It could be shown to one person more than once. Whereas with reach, it's the number of people that saw it. And so you can see with a lot of these, the reason why they're so low is simply because none of these had an ad behind them. It was just a post that was published to the page. And if you followed my training, you'll notice that if you post something to your page, very few people actually see it organically, meaning for free. So if you're not putting an ad behind a lot of stuff, then it just doesn't make sense. Now, some of these are just quotes or things like that, and so it doesn't really make sense to throw an ad behind it. But you can see that there's not a lot of reach and engagement and stuff that's going on. So clicks or actions are people that are commenting, liking, sharing, or clicking on the ad. So it's measuring all of those. And then PPTP is an acronym that I even had to look up. I didn't know what it meant. And so I looked it up here. It says published post targeting points. So here's what that really means. Published post targeting points. You've seen on Facebook that there's an engagement score, right? That the more people that are commenting, liking, sharing, engaging with your post, the more Facebook shows that content to people organically, because Facebook views it as, hey, that's great content. We need to show it to more people organically. And so this is a scale of how effective it is in that regard. So you'll notice things where there's no clicks, no actions, nothing, that your score is 0, meaning it's going to get shown to very few people. You'll notice some of these, the score keeps going up. So here's one where with this video that we posted, it had a fair amount of people that were commenting, liking, sharing, and so Facebook shows it to more people because your PPTP score goes up. So here it had a ratio of 3, and again, anytime this number keeps going up, you'll notice that there's greater and greater results. Here's one where, again, 77 people, PTP score of 5, right? And so let me just cycle through to some other posts and stuff, some things that we've done, just so you can get an idea of how this works. But so here's a good example. This was an ad campaign that we ran for a while. Once the screen finishes loading, oops, I clicked too many times. There we go. So this was an ad campaign that we ran for a while, advertising some of our Facebook templates for generating a lead. And so this was something that we had an ad behind. You can see 18,000 people saw it, 35 likes, comments, shares, 705 people clicking on it. And so because of that, our PPTP score, that's like a tongue twister, PPTP, you'll notice here it was a scale of 31. Right, which means it's going to show to more people organically because of that. 18,000 people it was shown to, 551 people clicking, liking, commenting, whatever, right? And so again, the benefit of this is you can come through and see, okay, what type of posts am I getting the highest PPTP score on? Which ones are people more likely to click or clicking on, engaging, those kinds of things. So obviously this one's so high because of what we're offering. We're offering a freebie, something that's high value, something that people are getting excited about. There was one on this next screen. Let me just get that to load real quick. And you can see another example. So here's a 15, right? So when you click on this, this was a Facebook Live video, or actually just a Facebook video that we posted. So you can see how many people, how many minutes were viewed, how many times it was viewed, 10 seconds, etc. But again, part of it is just, hey, exciting news coming. That kind of a headline gets people excited and curious, so they click on it. This is one that we also ran an ad behind. It was a Facebook Live video, again, talking about this new training program that we had coming out. And again, you can see the stats here. But the benefit of this is you can see what kind of content, what kind of things people are getting excited about, who's liking, who's commenting, who's sharing. And again, the benefit of this is you get to see what kind of content people are liking and what kind of content people aren't. It helps you refine your strategies so that you know what to be posting, what to be putting ads behind, and what's going to give you the greatest bang for your buck of just doing a little bit of research. So things that you're looking for posts that have high clicks and actions, because that is also going to correlate into a higher PPTP score. That sounds terrible. But it's going to relate to a higher score of people that are engaging so that you know what to be posting, right? So again, here's a 6. I would be looking at this and saying, oh, okay, so this, this was something that people got excited about and engaged with. And again, that's what you're looking for, is what kind of posts have we done in the past? What kind of things have people been engaging with? Here's a 15, right? It's been an awesome week. Here's why, and just talking about some things going on in the business, people commenting, liking, sharing, those kinds of things. So again, the whole point of this is just coming in here, taking a look at your page posts, doing again, this is not something you need to spend tons of time on, but again, within 10 minutes of just being in here, clicking around and seeing what's on here, you can see what people like, what people don't, so you know what kind of content to be creating. So as you're posting your open houses, your listings in certain areas, your closed transactions, your blog articles, whatever it is that you're posting, you can come in, check out the stats, and see what it is that people like, so you know what to put more of in front of those people to keep increasing your score, keep increasing your reach, and get your page to be able to grow. And so that is this week's training video on this page post section, how to use these analytics to your favor to get greater results with less amount of time. So as always, if you've liked this video, click down below, give us a like. That always just helps us get more publicity, more shares, more traction. Again, as you're seeing, people are tracking what's going on these platforms. And so the more likes, the more engagements, the more comments, those kinds of things, the more it just helps things get viewed. Also, down in the description below, I'm going to put a couple links to some of our training courses, things that are going to show you how to use these, this information in a greater way. We've got our Revolutionary Agent program showing you how to be adding 2 transactions per month using Facebook as a vehicle, where you're only spending about 2 to 3 hours per month marketing your business. So there's a link to that down below. If you're more curious about some of our VIP services, there's a link for getting on my calendar where we can explain that to you as well. So as always, thanks for being here, and keep marketing your business. We want you to be that agent that just revolutionizes the way that you're marketing. So thanks, and we'll catch you on the next video.